Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. I thought it was time we just sat down and listened to a strimmer. Had a catch up, had a chat about life, tried some new makeup. I've got some bits here that I either haven't showed you yet or I just haven't talked about, or that are new to me to try out, to share with you guys, and just see how you've all been. How have you all been? By the way, this isn't necessarily like a makeup tutorial. It's going to be more of a, get ready with me. So if I forget to tell you what I've used or something like that, everything will be listed down below. So let's get started. This is like the first day that I've got to sort of sit down and film properly in like a couple of months, let me tell you. Here in the UK we get 6 weeks summer holidays, like the kids get 6 weeks off of school, and actually it's more like 6.5 weeks for us. So for the last 6 weeks I have had my 3-year-old and my 5-year-old like full time every day. So as far as filming, not so much, not really able to do it, not really got time. I've had like filming in the middle of the night sometimes and just snatching bits here and there and just trying my best. I did do some pre-filming, thank goodness, but yeah, I have not had like a nice chill moment to film in nearly 2 months. So it has been, yeah, it's been tricky to just get anything done, not just with YouTube, but just, generally in life. But we had such a good summer holidays. It was so sad when we took my daughter back to school. Oh my God. I mean, I know like last year when it was her first year at school, last September was her first ever day at school. And that was really sad and I cried a lot, and I didn't wear any makeup because I knew I was going to cry. Obviously everyone says you'll cry when you first take your kid to school. So I did, what I didn't know is that I was apparently going to cry every year. So I literally waved her off and I was cool, I was casual. I didn't think it was going to be a thing. And then as we were walking out, I just literally looked at my husband and I just burst into tears, and I literally wept all the way home, which is only like 5 minutes down the road, but still, it's enough time to get really embarrassed. So that was brilliant, that was great. Yeah, I think the thing is, lots of people were like, yeah, they're back to school, like freedom, but I just don't feel that way. Like, I love being with my kids, I love spending loads of time with my kids, and I don't, just so you know, I don't judge anybody who feels like they need a break. Like, I get it, it's very tiring, I hear you, but my daughter is just like my absolute best friend, and I just miss her so much when she's in school. It's like unbearable to me. So it's really sad when she goes back, because you just get so much less time. Obviously you go from having her all day, every day, 7 days a week, to like, seeing her half an hour in the morning and then like a couple of hours after school. So it's a lot, like it's a lot of change. So this is the Fenty foundation, by the way, the hydrating one. I decided not to do a full review just because we've done enough, but I did want to pick it up and try it and give you guys my thoughts. My first thought is I love the smell. It smells so nice. Oh, it's like a mixture between like Play-Doh and like cookies or something, or like cake. My neighbour is still renovating his house, by the way. I feel like this is going to be going on for a really annoyingly long amount of time, so I don't know, should I go and speak to him? I did kind of contemplate going round and just explaining that on a Monday I film in the morning, and could you please just let me know? Like, I'm not trying to say you can't, renovate your house. Obviously that's unreasonable. But I would just like to know, because I doubt he needs to do the noisy stuff, like specifically on a Monday morning. It's the only time I care. Like, you can do it any other time. But also, if he could just tell me, this Monday we're going to be noisy all day, I could like pre-film, I could plan to film maybe in the evening one day or another time or whatever, but when I've literally just sat down to film and it starts up, that's a little bit frustrating. But then I didn't also want to go around, because I've barely met him, he's like brand new, just moved in, so I didn't want to go around and like start beef. I don't know, is that beef? I didn't want to go around and be like aggy, make him think that I'm like complaining, you know? Don't want to get off on the wrong foot with a complaint. So I really like this foundation. It's really super nice, really nice and glowy and healthy. I literally use like a pump and a half then to do my face, and it's like a sort of medium coverage. You can build it up to full, but I kind of stan a medium coverage these days, you know? I quite like some skin poking through. So I know this isn't new. This is the Estee Lauder Radiant Double Wear Concealer, which I've been obsessed with ever since I found it. But I do have a new shade, because I had 3N. Oh God, I can't open it. And it just wasn't at all brightening. It was literally like the colour of my skin, so that's fine. Oh my God. But obviously moving into winter, I'm already starting to use more like transitional shades and like mixing foundation shades every now and then, but then the sun keeps popping back out and turning me back to my tan skin, so who knows what will happen. Still haven't got it off. Oh, we're there, we're in. So yeah, I wanted to get a lighter shade just so I'm ready for winter, because I just love this concealer. It's so nice. What I don't like is, one, the weird grass type smell, and two, the applicator is really hard. It's like putting concealer on with a stone or a spoon, something like that. I love the coverage, it doesn't crease on me, it looks nice and natural. I literally stan it, apart from the applicator, which is like trying to spread concealer with a spoon. I just wish it was a little bit softer, a bit flexible, you know? It's like literally complete rock. I feel like I'm in a scene from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right now. I'm so sorry. So sorry. This is way better. This shade is way better. Way better, guys. I've started putting concealer on, or not putting it on, but blending it in with this brush. This is the foundation brush from Refa, and it is perfect. I don't have the time for a little foundation brush. I want as quick as possible. But concealer, this allows me to use concealers that may have not covered my dark circles fully in the past, and now it just takes a little bit less coverage away than a sponge. You see how quick it is, and it perfectly fits under my eye. I love it. But literally that concealer covers my whole life. Once this is all done, I sometimes go back over it with a little bit of a beauty blender just to blend the edges, but a lot of the time the brush is all I need, and I'm all for not having to use a beauty blender anymore, because I just can't be bothered to get up and go and wet it, you know. My sink is in a whole other room. So I've been thinking about doing like a bit of a health update. I don't know how many of you guys watched my video when I kind of talked about all of the health problems that I've been having over the last year, and how poorly I've been, and that now we've figured out what has been going on with me and my health, and we are working on it. And I don't know if you guys can tell. I feel like you must be able to, but there has been just an absolute amazing, massive change. I've been doing like incredibly better, like so much better. I can't even tell you. It's sometimes hard for me to realise how much better I am, because it's kind of happened really slowly over time, that things have, like symptoms have slowly improved, like a bit at a time. But like the people around me who haven't maybe seen me for a few weeks, and you know, my husband will point things out that I couldn't do before that I've been doing. I'm now back in the gym. Like if you haven't really like watched my get readies with me and Q&As before, I'm a real like gym bunny. Like I have a gym in my house. My husband's like now he's like the big boss, but his original what he did as a career is he was a like strength and conditioning trainer, so he works with professional athletes, Olympic athletes, on their physical training. So we're a very fit, healthy household. I used to be an athlete, swimmer, and this year was the first year I haven't been able to train in like literally in my life. This is the Becca Chloe Malika palette. This is the Malika version, the darker palette, which I got from TK Maxx for half price. They had a ton of them in my TK Maxx, both shades, which is awesome because I've been like having my eye on this for ages, and I really like it. I can use all the shades in here. Perfect for my skin tone. I really like it. So yeah, so there's been a lot of change. I've been like back in the gym now. I'm back up to like an hour, 45 minutes cardio sessions. Like I never really used to do much cardio because I prefer weights, and kind of my goals are strength goals as opposed to like wanting to lose weight or anything, because I've always been like happy with my weight and I've always been in shape and fit and healthy. So for me it's more about like I want to improve my strength and my lifts and stuff like that. Just like a lot of you guys are always asking me for like to share like my workouts and stuff, and it's really no point because my workouts are literally tailored to someone like me who has worked out their whole life, who's been a professional athlete, because that's how I train. So I think people think I'm going to give you like a sort of mum friendly, you know, home workout friendly fitness routine, and actually how I train and what I do is just really is not realistic to the majority of people. I'm not trying to be like that. I don't know if that sounds really patronising. I'm just trying to explain and just to be like honest. That's how, you know, that's just the truth. So yeah, I don't feel like it would be helpful to most people because it isn't tailored to like weight loss or to toning up, because that's what I guess most people are looking for, isn't it? For me, I've been like training my whole life and my goals are obviously like quite different to that. So what I do is not really going to be helpful to most people. Same thing really with my diet as well. I think people think I'm going to like give out like a really useful, really easy diet, whereas my diet is actually really performance orientated and quite strict. So it's not necessarily the option lots of people would want to choose. But yeah, so I'm back in the gym. I'm back feeling like 100 million times better. Someone pointed out to me the other day, I went on a night out with some of my my kids' school friends' mums. We went on like a mum's night out, and so we went for dinner and then just partied, and I got home at 5 in the morning having drunk at least 10 people's share of alcohol. And the next day, while I was like trying not to die, and my husband was like, but like last time they invited me, I was scared to go because I thought, oh, like I won't be able to stay, like I couldn't stay awake, I was too tired, I couldn't cope, I couldn't do anything. And now here I was staying out, being the bad influence until 5 AM. And that was like a big moment, like a big realization of like how much better I was feeling, although not on that day. I have to tell you, I'm not proud of like the state I was in on Saturday. Believe me, I'm not trying to glamorize it. There's nothing glamorous about a hangover, let me tell you. And on Saturday, I was feeling like rough as a dog. And obviously my children don't know what hangover is. They just knew that mummy was not feeling her best. So don't worry about that. I wasn't influencing them to repeat it. Believe me, I'd probably put them off whatever they think I did for life. But I was feeling like rough as a dog. I was on the sofa, just trying not to move, you know, trying to stay as still as possible. And I felt like I was going to be sick. I actually wasn't sick the whole day, but I felt like I was going to a lot of times. And so I was like calling Danny, and I was like, Danny, I'm going to be sick, get the bucket, get the bucket. So he ran in with the bucket, and I was just there with the bucket, like preparing to be sick, like having a bit of a heave. And my children pulled their chairs over in front of me where I was like trying not to die, sat down like they were watching a movie and were like, we're gonna watch Mummy, Daddy, we're gonna sit and watch Mummy. We're literally like, thanks guys, thanks so much for your moral support during these tough times. I mean, obviously, like I said, I wasn't sick, I kept it together, but I'd love to know what would have happened if I had been sick. Like, I feel like they'd have, would they have cheered? Would they have been scarred for life? We'll never know. I kind of wish we had found out. So that was a pretty comedy moment, I have to say. It was pretty amusing. Yeah, so I have been thinking about doing like an update when, like I said in that original video talking about my health, I'm just still using this on my eyes, by the way. I'm going to use the highlighter as my lid shade. But yeah, so I've thought about like when I feel ready, like in that video obviously I didn't talk about my diagnosis and all that stuff because I just didn't feel comfortable. It was very fresh. I just kind of wanted to explain to you guys why I've been very tired, why you might have noticed a change in like my mood, and like I guess maybe I felt like I might have to take a break, or I might not be able to like make every upload, which actually didn't happen, but that's why I made that video, just to kind of say, look, I know I haven't really been myself and here's why, but I didn't feel like I wanted to talk about exactly all of my symptoms and exactly what was wrong with me, because it was hard and I just didn't feel like I wanted to. And I said to you guys in that video, like I didn't want you guys trying to diagnose me or trying to tell me what I should be doing, or like, you know, I didn't really want to like go any further than what I chose to say in that video. And 99.9% of you really respected that, and I really appreciated that, because I think that's the thing, when I've seen these other people do videos similar to that, talking about, you know, health issues and things like that. Obviously people want to help and give advice, but a lot of the time when you're the person, you know, talking about your health, actually you don't want advice. You know, I know certainly I've got an amazing doctor and I've got an amazing relationship with my doctor, and I'm very happy with, you know, how I've been treated, how I've been tested, how I've been diagnosed, and all of my treatment and all of my symptoms, and I know that I'm managing it the absolute best for me. So then I really don't welcome other people who don't know any of the story in the background, etc., telling me I'm wrong or telling me I should be doing this and that, which I've probably already done, you know, all that stuff. It's just not something I felt like comfortable with or that I wanted. So that's why I said in that video, like, I'm going to tell you everything I feel comfortable with telling you. And please don't basically ask me to tell you anymore. And like I said, most of you really respected that, but a few people really did not. A few people thought that meant please message my private business email address with your diagnoses and with your advice on what I should do, and talking about really personal stuff to me and telling me what you think and what you should be doing and all this other stuff, demanding I tell them for various different reasons what I have, even though I've said I don't feel comfortable and I don't want to do that. And so that kind of put me off ever talking about it again, which is why I haven't really given any updates on it, because people just don't listen to your wishes. I feel like some of the time people just can't help themselves but like want to dig or want to advise even when asked not to. So I feel like now, because of that, I don't really want to, you know, do the whole deep talk about it until I am absolutely comfortable to do so, and I'm not 100% there yet. There are basically a couple of things I want to deal with and make sure we're back closer to normal, and then I'm happy to talk about it. Like, I just want to resolve a few things, you know, move on a little bit health-wise before I kind of really talk about what happened, the whole diagnosis process, testing, all of that stuff, and how I've been improving and how I've done that. This is this new Fenty duo, by the way, that I bought. Afternoon Snack and Mo Hunny, and it is like my favourite highlight of flipping all time. The subtle side in here is beautiful and perfect for every day, and then if I'm going out or I just want a bit more, I will use a bit of the shimmery side, and sometimes I use the shimmery side like on my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and then the subtle side everywhere else. It's just perfect. It's completely like, the shade is completely invisible on my skin. It's like the perfect colour. We now got Fenty Beauty in Boots in the UK, so it's like on the high street just down the road from me, and it is like flipping amazing that you can go in, pick up their foundation. I can actually swatch things, which has never been an option for us in the UK before, or not outside of London anyway. Have you guys been seeing all these Christmas launches, by the way? Oh my God. I am definitely picking up the Hourglass Quad blush palette. That looks stunning. I feel like the new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit is not really my shades. Like last year's the Unlocked, which is apparently returning this year, as well as the like regular new palette they do every year. This is Chanel Elegance blush, which I picked up a week or so ago and have been obsessed with ever since, thanks to Mel recommending this to me. So that, yeah, the ambient lighting palette is like just not really my shades. It looks a bit too pinky for me. The bronzer doesn't look particularly my type of bronzer. Yeah, so, and the ambient lighting powders that are in there, I actually have one of them already. So yeah, the bigger face palette this year is like a no for me. Something is in my eye this whole time. But the blush quad, oh, that looks flippin' delightful. Have you seen it? Oh, I'll put a picture up now. Oh my God, it's so nice. And I don't own any single Hourglass blushes. I've got the Hourglass Unlocked palette that I bought last year, but whenever I swatch Hourglass blushes, they're always a bit light for me, I feel like. And I've just never really found one that's my perfect shade. I saw they had an exclusive shade in Australia that was only available at Mecca, which is like, in my mind, it's like Australia's version of Sephora. And it didn't come to the UK, it's like an Australia exclusive, and that killed me because that one looked like it was actually right up my street. So yeah, I've never found an Hourglass blush that I actually want to buy as a single, whereas that quad looks like it is. I love all of them apart from the really pink one. But it's sometimes nice to step outside your comfort zone. And I guess I could always use it on my eyes. And I think Hourglass blushes actually a lot of the time are really deceiving. Like how they look in the pan is like never really how they look on your skin. This is the Mercier Caviar mascara, by the way. I've reviewed this already and I did not like it, but I'm trying to give it more chances to grow on me. But at the moment it's just kind of okay. I will say it's very easy to remove. Like last night I had, when I did my review, I did like one eye of Monsieur Big and one eye of this. And Monsieur Big was way nicer on the lashes, but this one did come off a lot easier. I mean, that doesn't really matter to me, but if I know it's important to lots of people. So I definitely found this one came off easier. It's a really soft, like your lashes feel really soft when you have it on. It's soft, they call it like a soft touch formula, and it definitely is that. My lashes look super fluffy and very, very natural, but if you've been here before, you'll know that's not what I'm going for, so yeah. But yeah, what other Christmas launches are on your list? I'm probably going to do like a Christmas wish list like I did last year, because that was like a lot of fun. This is one of the YSL Volupte, I think it's, it doesn't have the name of it on the bottom, which is like really annoying. I think it's Plump in Colour. I think it's a Plump in Colour it's called. It's got the little black heart in the middle. Don't know if you can see that. This is shade 5, which is something about orange. Again, it doesn't have the shade name, only the number on the bottom, number 5. And I flippin' love it. And they were on like half price on Feel Unique. You heard it here first. Feel Unique has these at like bargain price right now. So there you have it. We are ready. I am ready for the day. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me, trying some new things. I feel like I forgot to use something, but I don't think I did. I think we're okay. I have been filming my butt off the last couple of days. I've filmed like 10 videos in the last couple of days and will now be editing them until the middle of the night over the rest of the week. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've got some like brilliant fun, really, really lovely videos lined up over the next few weeks for you. I'm really, really proud and excited for the videos that we have coming up. Lots of great ideas, lots of fun new videos from me. So I can't wait to share them all with you. And yeah, thank you so much as always for all of your support. We've now hit 25k. Which is insane, although it's been very frustrating. I feel like I was on 23 for about 3 years, even though I've only been here for 2. But we crept there, we got over the line. and I'm so happy to have 25,000 of you in our family. That is amazing, isn't it? Anyway, I love to see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye 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 bye.